In my last video, we explored the mysterious 4D ghost at CERN, a dynamic force that seemed to disrupt particles across space and time. But since then, I've been diving deeper into the research, and I came across a new article about small distance entanglement in quarks and gluons. When you combine this new discovery with the ideas we've been building on in my videos and that I dive further into in my book, it paints a compelling picture. Hello, my name is Christopher Kill, armchair philosopher and your autodidactic guide to our fractal holographic universe. Today, we're going to be diving deeper into CERN and the discovery there that may reshape our perspective on the universe. What if these two phenomena, the 4D ghost and quantum entanglement, are connected? What if they're not just random effects, but the first signs of proto-consciousness emerging into our fractal holographic reality? That's the theory I want to share with you today. It's speculative, yes, but it's grounded in years of research and the fractal principles that we've been exploring together. So let's dive in. Now first, let's start with a recap of the 4D ghost. At CERN's superproton synchrotron, scientists have observed a mysterious force disrupting the paths of particles. This force isn't constant. It's dynamic and time-dependent, which means it operates across 4 dimensions, 3 of space and 1 of time. If you want a little bit more detail on the subject, please check out my video on the 4D ghost. Okay, so it's as if this ghost is interacting with particles in ways that we don't fully understand, like an invisible conductor guiding the cosmic orchestra. But what makes this even more fascinating is that it doesn't appear to be random. There's an underlying order to its disruptions, almost like a pattern waiting to be uncovered. Now let's bring in this new discovery. Quarks and gluons are the fundamental building blocks of matter. Held together by the strong force, gluons act as the glue, constantly exchanged between quarks, creating a dynamic network that ensures particles like protons and neutrons stay stable. But here's the kicker. Scientists have found that quarks and gluons exhibit entanglement even at incredibly small distances. This means that their states are interconnected, and what happens to one particle affects another almost instantaneously. This isn't chaos, it's a highly organized system operating at the quantum level. And here's where things get real exciting. What if the quark-gluon entanglement at small distances is the quantum seed of the 4D ghost? Imagine a web of connections, gluons stretching and reconnecting, quarks entangled in this dynamic dance. This web is fractal, meaning its patterns repeat across scales. At the smallest distances, this entanglement forms the foundation. But as you scale up, these patterns might distort space-time itself, creating the large-scale disruptions we see as the 4D ghost. It's like that ripple in a pond that I talk about. Drop a pebble and you see ripples spreading outward. The quark-gluon system is the pebble, and the 4D ghost is the larger visible ripple affecting space and time. If we step back, this all fits into the fractal framework I've been discussing in the cosmic dance. Fractals are patterns that repeat at every scale, from the smallest quantum interactions to the structure of galaxies. In this view, the universe isn't a chaotic mess. It's a self-organizing system governed by fractal dynamics. The 4D ghost and small distance entanglement might represent 2 scales of the same fractal process. The quantum fabric weaving space-time and the macro-scale distortions we observe. And here's where things get really interesting. What if entanglement isn't just a quantum quirk? What if it's the first spark of awareness? Proto-consciousness emerging into our reality. So let's break this down. Consciousness, as we typically think of it, involves awareness, adaptation, and the ability to process information. At a fundamental level, this requires feedback loops, systems that take in information, respond to it, and adjust accordingly. Now look at the quark-gluon system. It's constantly exchanging gluons, forming dynamic, self-organizing networks. These aren't static connections. They're recursive, meaning they loop back on themselves, adapting and evolving in real time. If feedback loops are the building blocks of consciousness, then what we're seeing at the quantum level could be the proto-conscious foundation of the universe. So how does the 4D ghost fit in? From my perspective, the ghost would be the macro scale expression of this proto-conscious process. Imagine the quark gluon system as a fractal node, a small scale web of entanglement processing information. Now imagine scaling that up to distortions in space and time itself. The 4D ghost might be where the quantum awareness spills over, creating visible, large-scale effects in the structure of reality. Now this idea fits perfectly into the fractal framework we've been building. In a fractal universe, patterns repeat at every scale. The quark gluon web at the quantum level mirrors the cosmic web of galaxies, and the same principles govern both. If awareness arises from fractal feedback loops, then proto-consciousness doesn't start with brains or even living systems. It starts at the quantum level. The 4D ghost could be the universe's first whisper of awareness, a recursive, self-organizing process embedded in the very fabric of space-time. Think of it like this. A neuron in your brain doesn't know that it's part of a thought, but when billions of neurons connect, you get awareness. What if quarks and gluons are like those neurons, with their entanglement forming the first steps toward universal awareness? So why does this matter? First, if proto-consciousness exists at the quantum level, it means awareness isn't confined to human beings. It's a fundamental property of the universe, emerging through fractal processes at every scale. Second, the ghost and entanglement suggests that quantum mechanics and general relativity aren't separate. They're linked by fractal principles that scale from the quantum to the cosmic. And finally, this idea changes how we see ourselves in the universe. We're not separate observers. We're part of a self-aware fractal web connected at every level of reality. This theory builds on everything we've explored in my videos and in my new book, The Cosmic Dance, Quantum Gravity, Fractals, and the Nature of Reality. In that book, I laid the foundation for how fractals and quantum mechanics shape our universe. In my upcoming books, we'll go deeper connecting these ideas to consciousness, evolution, and the hidden patterns of reality. This is also why I share so many articles and discussions on Facebook, in order to build a broader understanding of how all these ideas fit together. The 4D ghost and the quark gluon entanglement are just the latest pieces of the puzzle, but they're incredibly important pieces. Now, I do want to stress this is a theory. It's speculative and combines cutting-edge science with big philosophical ideas. But when you look at the research, the articles we've shared, and the fractal principles we've been exploring, it strongly suggests that this is how our holographic fractal reality works. Could the 4D ghost and quantum entanglement be the first signs of awareness emerging into our universe? I think it's possible. And if it is, it's one of the most important discoveries in the history of science. Now, if this resonates with you, check out my book, The Cosmic Dance, Quantum Gravity, Fractals, and the Nature of Reality, available now on Amazon and Kindle, both in softcover and hardcover, as well as digital. Follow me on YouTube at Christopher Kill. Join the conversation on Facebook at Fractal Consciousness Theory. And you can check out my blog at my website, theconsciousprophet.com, and that's Prophet. Let's keep exploring the mysteries of our fractal universe together. Until next time, stay curious.